Mother Nature cooperated just enough yesterday for Missouri and Arkansas to get a game in. We'll complete the weekend series, we hope, with a pair of 7-inning games here this afternoon.
Yeah, Gackel has been really spot on his last few starts, really pitching to both sides of the plate here as of late. Looks like he's really in the form of a season ago.
Weather days, last couple of days here at Baum-Walker. That's dumped out to left. It'll fall in front of Davalon for a base hit. Slider that didn't have a lot of break to it. Not going, hard hit on a couple of bounces, and it gets by Souza. Instead of a double play, it's going to send Knutson to third. That ball was torched at 104. So if Souza comes up with it, looking for an out. Off and rolling is Pierre. That's dumped into left, a base hit. And because Pierre was running, he will go to third and make it. That's 3 straight singles, and the Tigers have a 1-0 lead. The 2-2. Wave and a miss. Gets Daniels to strike out. Helfrich. Here it comes. Ripped into right for a base hit. Pierre will score. Benson to third. Why is he not scoring? Did he think there was only one out? Regardless, it's a 2-0 Mizzou lead as Nicoletto. 1-1 pitch is up and out. Arkansas is going to throw through. They might get an out, and they will. Nicoletto was good. Strokes one to left. Daniels will go into a dive and make a fantastic catch to Rob Davalon. Delivery out of the stretch. Hard hit up the middle. And it's cut up by the shortstop Knutson. High throw, and Vahiva beats it. Nicoletto's not a big guy at first. He was able to climb the ladder. And when you're in the top 10 in both categories, he's going to get on base again the hard way. Off the back of the helmet. So the 25th straight game that he has reached.
Just one out.
Payoff pitch, a little bit outside, and Iredale Troy leads this team in both walks and hit by pitches. And
One
I don't
out
know
at the plate.
Lifted in the air to right center. Pierre retreating. This ball's got some carry. It's back to the fence, and the catch is made. Aloy will tag and score. Advancing to second is Iredale. Maxwell to third base. Arkansas is on the board, and Kogel just did miss. But that's RBI number 6 in a game plus an inning. Another payoff. Wave and a miss. Gahio chased one up and out of the zone. Kellenbrink able to get the K to strand a couple of Razorbacks in scoring position.
Props for a game like that. Really close with their feet together, and another nice punch out by Gabe Gackel.
On the ground to Nolan Souza. Soft flip to first, and that's a couple of ground outs and a K and a perfect frame for Gackel. 2-1. 3-1 pitch, up and out, ball 4. The one that's really absurd is the series that helps out Kellenbrink. Souza just torches one into right for a base hit. So he climbed back in the box and singled at 106 into right. The Razorbacks have their first 2 runners on in the bottom of the second.
Ricocheting off and going toward either dugout.
Davalon skies one in the other right field. Piccarelli back, looking for room. He's at the fence. He's out of room. It's out of here. 3-run shot from Davalon. And Arkansas jumps in front. How about 10 home runs for Arkansas's leadoff hitter? What a combination of average, power, and speed. And he's been flexing his muscle, and the flag's flying at Baum-Walker.
Drop and drive, and great extension by Davalon. He knew he hit it on the barrel, but he just didn't know if it had enough distance, and the wind just blew that one out. 99 miles an hour off the bat, got out by about 5 to 10 feet.
Maxwell was hitting the back of the helmet his last time in. He's going to sock one out to right center field. It's down for a base hit. He's going to take a huge turn, and then he stopped just when the ball was bobbled. And he continued, he was going to make it, but he took that hard turn 100 years ago with Mickey Mantle. And that is strike 3 over the outside corner to end the inning. So Iredale down looking, but Troy played a couple of years at San Jack in Houston. That junior college just cranks out D1 players. Here who hit a rocket by Souza, but it went as an error. This one is not as hard hit. It'll go as a base hit. And Knutson to third, and Gackel dealing with some base runners again here in the third after that perfect second. Home run, but put the Tigers in front. Good stop by Helfrich. He's going to throw down, but he bounces one, and he gets by not one but 2 infielders. So the run will score, and going to third is Pierre. I don't think it was a bad idea to throw, but neither Aloy or Souza could come up with it. Struck out in the first. He's going to dribble a bunt to first base. That's going to plate a run. Kosha will tag out Cerna. Pierre will score to tie the game. Just paints on the outside corner. So 3 straight outs, but Mizzou gets a couple of runs, and we're tied at 4. Some more tickets, and you might have a home run or two. That one blistered down the line in right. It's going to go all the way to the fence. That's another hit for Kojal. It's going to be a stand-up double. Well, he'll go in sliding, I beg your pardon, to begin the bottom of the 3rd inning. Because he's been able to be in that lineup on a regular basis. That one's up the middle. That's a base hit off the bat of Aloy. Kojal will turn third, come home and score, and Arkansas has regained the lead. It's 5-4 Razorbacks. Here's Helfrich. He's going to bunt. Drops one down. Patterson picks it up, has no play. Helfrich's going to get the base hit on the bunt. First 3 Hawks have reached here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a good one. Good bunt. Throw to first is not in time. Lucas did a pretty good job to get down the mound, come up with a baseball and throw. That's back-to-back bunt hits. Hard hit. Kicked away by Patterson. And a run will score. Patterson recovers to hold Helfrich at third, but Arkansas has a 6-4 lead. And another one popped up in the shallow right center. Who wants it? It'll be Pierre with the catch to end the inning. Arkansas gets a couple of runs to regain the lead. A lot of scoring today in league play, and you look up and there's 3 other 8-1 teams coming into the weekend. Ground ball to third. Nice play by Iredale. Pivots and throws, and he's not going to be able to get Patterson. That was kind of a do-or-die play, and Kojal realized.
Ouch, might be down there.
Patterson running. Throw is going to be in time. Another throw that bounced, but Fayetteville picked it and tagged out Patterson.
The grass, and you can see what a quick slap tag.
I think he's going to be out.
I think he's going to be out too. That's going to be really hard.
Outside corner, strike 3 call. Strikeout number 6 for Gackel, able to kind of will his way through 4 innings. I don't want the Hawks here, I'll tell you that. There's ball 4 to Kojal. Hard hit, up the middle, base hit again. Cajillo's had a couple of those in a similar spot. Kojal will stop at second after the K. That ball's drilled to the gap in right center field. Pierre on the move, into a dive. He can't come up with it. Kojal's going to score. Cajillo Aloy will be held at third base. Another hit from Helfrich. He makes it a 7-4 Razorback lead.
Game that Sousa's going to take right here. It's an easy take.
And get the beer hats out. The bases are loaded again.
Just take your hacks.
Bases loaded, 3-2 pitch. That's in. That's ball 4. Arkansas has an 8-4 lead. And that's back-to-back walks. Both times with the bases loaded. That ball lifted in the air, right center field, back to the fence, and 4 will score again. A grand slam from Davalon. He sees his 3-run homer earlier and raises him a grand slam. Arkansas's blown this game open with another big inning, and Davalon's having an amazing beginning to 2025.
How about drop and drive? Charles Davalon got one up in the zone. Boy, he knew he caught all of it. How about 102 off the bat, 400 feet?
Well, hit that ball better than his 3-run homer, and that one got out, so I think he knew that one was carrying. Pat, that you had in your journey?
Exactly, I was going to say.
That's off the end of the bat. This may not be an easy play for Daniels. And it's going to carry over Knutsen's head. Fahiva never did stop. He's going to get himself a double. Fahiva's living right today. 2 infield singles that weren't handled and a bloop double. Waiting on a payoff, and here it comes. Lifted. Again, this is not going to be an easy play. A long run from Daniels. This may fall, and it will. Great effort by Patterson. Here comes Fahiva diving for the plate. I think he's safe. He knocked down our plate umpire, waiting for the call. Chuck Pack gets up slowly and says safe. What a dive by Fahiva. It was so good he eluded Cerna and he took out our plate umpire.
A little bit. pretty good throw.
You think he missed it the first time?
I think he misses home plate.
Oh, I think he got that
I think
tip.
he got it, but watch him jump up and go ahead just for –
watch him sell it. Run this all the way through because I think he touched the plate, and that's a hard fall. But watch him when he gets up.
Yeah.
He doesn't immediately go to the plate. He wants to make sure that catcher's starting, and then he's – the sneak attack.
Give it over right now to Aiden Jimenez, and we talked about him earlier. Probably one of the most efficient relievers out of the Arkansas bullpen, especially
way back in the day. It's been a hotbed of players. That's a smash to third, taken on a bounce by Iredale, who will throw out Knutson. Serves one to the left side. Vahiva's going to come around it. He was the only infielder on that side of the diamond and throws out Pierre. Here's another payoff pitch. That is strike 3 called. Benson doesn't agree. Jimenez has a perfect fifth to calm things down. Way to go about getting outs at the big league level. That's a ground ball into the shift. Backhanded nicely
by Iredale.
Yeah, Iredale, the third baseman on the right side of the diamond, made that play like he was the second baseman. Maybe the Brewers' pitching wasn't very good that weekend. Daniels waves and misses. That's 5 up, 5 down from Jimenez. That one's elevated and hit in the air to left center, making sure the outfielders are still paying attention and with us. Thomas Jr. makes the catch. Tigers go in order. Just tattooed to center for a base hit. It's a 4-hit game for Vahiva. That one at 110 MPH.
Athletic as he really is.
And he will wear a few as well.
There's no way you're getting out of the way of that one. That's a
ground ball into left, another base hit from Kojal. Vahiva Loy will turn third and score, and Arkansas has put 14 on the board.
Pretty good stuff for Eves. That fastball is going to sit in the low 90s, kind of a 3/4 arm slot.
Hey, I'm dedicated. I started my day at 3 a.m. in Buffalo. There's a ground ball to left for a base hit. You know, Troy, you measure success in flying differently. I'm sure for many it's, successful takeoffs and landings. Glass half full, so we balance each other out. Wave it a miss. Eves gets the K, first out here in the 7th after the last game of the night. You're going to be watching us. That's strike 3 called. It's one of 3 pitchers Arkansas has used here in game 1. This should do it, but someone's going to have to catch it, and Aloy does. To end the first game of this twin bill, Hawks fell behind early 2-0. They win it 14-4, and Troy, it was another big inning that provided the margin of victory.
Boy, it really was. Arkansas just putting up those big crooked numbers. The power was there. Charles Avalon with the big swing of the grand slam. Again, Arkansas just continuing to take care of business, not panicking when they get behind early in a ball game.